Today, Governor Brad Little announced Idaho is ready to begin phase one of a four-step reopening plan. We'll explain what phase one means to you coming up. And while Idaho opens up, Washington is staying shut for now. Governor Jay Inslee confirmed Washington will not completely reopen when the stay-at-home order is supposed to expire on the 4th. We'll take a look at what steps are next. And we're also going to head outside, check in with Evan Narani, get a look at the forecast as we inch a little bit closer to the weekend.
KREM 2 News at Noon begins now.
Hi everyone, I'm Laura Papetti and welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon on this Thursday. As we look outside, a little bit of sunshine out there and some wind. We'll check in with Evan Narani in just a few moments, but first, we do have your day's top headlines to talk about. Today, Governor Brad Little announced that Idaho is ready to enter phase one of what is a four-phase plan to reopen the state and get the economy going. It all begins tomorrow. Little reminded citizens that they should still wear masks in public places and practice overall very good hygiene. He also said during stage one that 90% of businesses will be able to open their doors in some capacity. Now, businesses must follow physical distancing guidelines, ensuring there's enough room for employees and patrons to physically distance themselves. Places of worship, daycares, and youth camps can reopen if they do indeed follow specific guidelines that have been laid out on the Rebound Idaho website. Now, a 14-day quarantine is still in place for those coming to Idaho from out of state. Governor Little also encouraged employers to allow employees to continue working from home and reintroduce employees into the workplace in different stages. Restaurants won't be able to offer dine-in services until phase two is reached. Close contact services like gyms and massage therapists will remain closed down until phase two as well. But again, phase one beginning tomorrow. Taking a look at other headline news, a wreck in South Glenrose has left over 400 people without power. You can see here a car crashed into a power pole. Only minor injuries were reported. Avista has been on the scene since early this morning. Power is supposed to be restored in just about an hour at about 1 o'clock today, so we'll certainly keep you updated on KREM.com. Okay, taking a look at three top headlines for coronavirus this afternoon and some of the changes and impact. Changes could be coming to the Spokane Public School District. Last night, the school board met to discuss a resolution declaring a financial emergency. Now, according to board directors, a vote is expected to come sometime in the next 2 weeks. However, they did make it clear that the district does not plan any layoffs for certified staff. Northern Quest Resort and Casino in Spokane is set to open next week. Tribal leaders plan to open the floor on Tuesday, but with some limited hours. The Kalispell Golf and Country Club will also reopen. Leaders say its entertainment and hospitality services are considered essential. And hospital industry groups are asking Washington Governor Jay Inslee to resume elective surgeries. Some say patients are being hurt because they don't have access to certain procedures. Restrictions went into place back in March, and at the time, health leaders say it was to prevent overwhelming the hospital system. Also, something we do want to make note about, Spokane's drive-through testing site is going to shut down tomorrow and Saturday to prepare for National Guard support. The fairground testing site is set to open again on Monday, and it will operate the site on a week-by-week basis. Anyone with symptoms is urged to contact their own healthcare provider and determine the next steps. Governor Jay Inslee says the stay-at-home order will extend past Monday's deadline. However, he did not give a new date. He is expected to release more information throughout the day today. Here is why the governor says it needs to be extended. While infection and death rates are declining, there is still not adequate testing in place. Governor Inslee says there is also not a system in place to trace who patients have been in contact with. Leaders say doctors diagnose nearly 200 people in the state each day with the virus.
If we stop our efforts today, we're going to see a lot more people die in the state of Washington in not too distant future.
The governor says reopening the economy will be done in different stages. So if you have any questions about the Washington stay-at-home order, give us a text. All you need to do is text us the word HOME to our text line. That's 509-448-2000. Okay, let's see. We're at 4 minutes past noon right now as we take a look outside. It is overall a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of cloud, and some wind out there. Evan Narani is tracking it all. He joins us live with the very latest. Hi, Evan. Hi, Evan.
Hi, Laura. Yes, good afternoon. You covered all the basics there. We've got kind of a mix of sun and clouds as we head through the afternoon and plenty of a breeze. If you're in North Idaho, you might have run into a few showers to start off the morning and even right now through the noon hour. If you take a look at satellite radar, there's plenty to notice on here, but you can also mention that there's very little to notice off toward central Washington and eastern Washington. The only area of Washington that's really seeing any shower activity is about Pullman to south of Pullman, over the Palouse and the Elsie Valley. And then off toward about the central and southern panhandle, we've kind of got this area of moisture too that's mainly just a drizzle. What we've got off toward that area highlighted in that lighter green color on your screen, those are spots where thunderstorms are possible toward this afternoon, but it looks like those showers are probably going to be still pretty light for the most part, nothing too severe coming their way for the central and southern panhandle area. For the rest of the day, you can expect the continuation of what we've seen so far, which is a mixture of sun and clouds. Temperatures much cooler today than where they were yesterday. Yesterday we saw a high of 78 degrees. Today we're going for 64. So yesterday was the warmest day of the year so far, and we're hoping that we'll see more warm days like that, but not exactly in our 7-day forecast. We'll talk about some cooler temperatures as well as some warmer temperatures and about a possibility of widespread thunderstorms headed toward the weekend. Details on both of those are coming up in just a bit, Laura.
All right, my friend, thank you very much. Taking a look at some of the latest numbers surrounding coronavirus. The Spokane Regional Health District is confirming 353 cases in Spokane County and the death toll standing at 20 people. The Washington Department of Health reporting 276 cases in Franklin County, 155 confirmed cases in Grant County, 77 in Douglas, 47 in Adams County, and 21 cases in Okanogan County, 14 cases in Whitman County, and 9 in Stevens. 2 are both in Lincoln and Ponderay counties, and 1 confirmed case in Ferry County. Taking a look at the numbers statewide right now, 801 coronavirus-related deaths among more than 14,000 cases. Again, that's a statewide look. Moving over to Idaho, the Panhandle Health District confirming 65 cases in North Idaho, and 61 of those are in Kootenai County. Bonner County is confirming 4 cases. The Idaho Department of Health and Welfare reporting 60 deaths among 1,800 cases statewide. Spokane County leaders are asking the governor to reopen more businesses as soon as possible. Commissioners sent him a letter. They argue businesses with curbside pickup and appointment-only options should be open. It includes all medical appointments, car sales, landscaping, and home cleaners. And Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward wants to open the state by region. This week, Governor Jay Inslee says he is open to the idea. We talked to the mayor about why she wants a more localized approach and what it might look like for people in Spokane.
As recently as 2 weeks ago, Governor Inslee was resistant to reopening Washington's economy one region at a time, saying a statewide approach made the most sense. But after extensive pressure from many Eastside leaders, Inslee and his staff this week said it's an option on the table, and that excited Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward.
I wanted to advocate, and have been for several weeks now, to look at us differently than the West Side, and I'm happy to see that the governor is willing to do that.
What are your reasons for calling for that regional plan?
Because we think that our situation here is much different when you look at the COVID cases, the number of cases, the number of increases that we've had, the hospitalizations, capacity for more hospital beds if we need it.
How optimistic are you that that's something that is going to be enacted for sure?
I'm remaining extremely optimistic. The conversation continues.
What would a regional reopening process look like in Spokane?
Well, we're working on that. So I can't tell you specifically what that would look like, but it would be bringing on those businesses that, number one, can social distance with their customers. And are they essential? Are they non-essential?
A local reopening would also rely on guidance from public health experts like Dr. Bob Lutz. Since, as has been repeated often, pulling our foot off the gas too soon could have unintended consequences.
It has to be done in a healthy way, because we have to convince, once we start opening businesses, we have to convince people in the community that it's safe to come into those businesses.
But Woodward also says we need to come to terms with the fact that this won't be a return to normal, and there may never be a perfect time to reopen. She says we need to be creative and flexible in our approach.
We don't have the amount of testing that we really need to see what COVID really looks like in Spokane County. I don't know if we'll ever get the testing that we want. We don't have a vaccine for who knows how many more months, maybe a year. I think we have to get to the point, Casey, where we learn to live with COVID and what that looks like. I think when we do start opening up businesses, that social distancing is going to be even more important. Sanitation, proper hygiene, etiquette, and all those things.
For that creativity, Woodward suggests we turn to business owners themselves.
We have to learn from the experts in those different business sectors how they think they can reopen. I mean, they're the ones who know their business better than anything else.
Whether any of this will even be possible, we still don't know yet. Governor Inslee says he'll give more detailed guidance on Friday. In Spokane, Casey Decker, KREM 2 News.